What's up, everybody? My name is Rodriguez and I am your identity coach, here to empower you to be the best version of yourself. So if you're ready, let's go. Hi.
Wait, you want some more? Wait, you want some more?
What's up, everybody? It's been a long time, but I'm back. I'm back right now. And today I want to talk about connections, right? This month, September, I declare for me and my business, for me and my life, connection is the theme. Connection is the theme for this month. And I want to talk about connection today. I want to talk about connection. But when we think about connection, most of the times we think about the relationship that you have with somebody else, the connection that you may have with somebody else. Yes, we are also talking about that. But in order for you to have the right connection, the right relationship, to be properly interconnected with somebody else, you got to be properly interconnected with yourself. You got to have the right connection with yourself. You got to know, you got to be able to center yourself with you. Look, a lot of times we look connection with somebody else, and they have this saying, it's got to be 50-50. If you have a relationship, a business relationship, romantic relationship, any kind of relationship that you have, it's got to be 50-50. And of course, by now, most of us know it's not 50-50, because if you only give half of yourself to somebody else, and that person also only give half of themselves to you, what happens is there are always going to be hidden things. There's always going to be some places that you can feel like you cannot. Oh, nice. That you cannot be the whole you, to be completely truthful, because hey, there are some things that I need to hide. I can only show this part of me, and she can only show that part of her, or he can show only this part of him, right? You gotta come to a place that when you come to any relationship, you gotta be able to give yourself 100%. To give yourself 100%, and the other person give themselves 100%. Does it mean that with everybody that you have a relationship with, it's going to be the same relationship? Of course not. Of course not. I don't have the same relationship with my students that I have with my wife, that I have with my colleagues, that I have with my coaching clients. No, it's a different relationship. Still, as a coach, I give myself 100%. As a teacher, I give myself 100%. As a husband, I give myself 100%. As a father, I give myself 100%. As a co-worker, I give myself 100%. 100% of who I am as a co-worker. In that role, I give myself completely. But that's only going to be possible if I know who I am. Imagine if I go into that teacher role. So I want to communicate with my students, but I go in there with the co-workers kind of role, in the co-workers kind of mentality. I'm going communicating with my students as if they are my co-workers. It won't work. It won't work. The other way is the same. If I'm talking to my co-workers, but I treat them as my students, it's not gonna work. Definitely, people are gonna be offended by it. You know, who does he think he is, talking down on me like that, like I'm his student, right? So you gotta know who you are. So you gotta be centered with yourself first. You gotta know who you are first. You gotta be centered with yourself first. You gotta have that connection with you first. If you have that connection with yourself, then you can connect with anybody else. But it starts with you. Everything, I really believe everything in life really does start with you. Everything in life does really, the world does not revolve around you, but it starts with you. If you want to see change in your life, you want to see change in your business, you want to see change in your relationships, you want to see change in your studies, you want to see wherever you are in life right now, and you want to see change there, it always starts with you. First of all, taking 100% responsibility, looking at things that, okay, yes, life is gonna deal you some kind of hand, but it's how you react to that hand. It's how you respond to that hand. It's gonna be it's gonna make the difference in your life. But if you're always, complaining and blaming somebody else and saying, oh man, if I had this, or if they didn't do that to me, if they didn't misuse me, abuse me, if yes, these things will happen to you, but it's how you react to them. It's how you stand back up. You will fall in life. The irony is people walk around on their toes, tippy-toeing everywhere, believing that they won't fall, believing that life is going to be, la-di-da-di-do that day. It's going to be, peaches and cream. It's going to be chill, relax. If I live right, I won't have any difficult days. Man, I love difficult days because these are the days that I grow. These are the days that I realize who I really am. These are the days that show me my boundaries, the things that I thought, man, I won't be able to deal with that. But when I go through it and I deal with it and I say, oh wow, I did have the strength. I didn't know I had the strength, but I have the strength to go through that. And now I can help somebody else. I can encourage somebody else. I love those difficult days. Most of the times afterwards. Afterwards I learned. Afterwards I went through it. But still, I know that those difficult days are necessary. They are necessary. But it starts with me realizing that I take 100% responsibility over my life. Yes, you will do me wrong from time to time. Some people will do you wrong from time to time, but how you react will define what you will be able to get out of that thing. Every situation, I really believe life is for me. Life is not happening to me, but life is happening for me. So everything that happens in my life, I know is going to work for my good. I just know it's going to work for my good. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I know it's going to work for my good. So if I have that mindset, that means, okay, even in my relationships now, even if I'm connecting with somebody else, even if I have a problem, if I have a connection problem, if I cannot connect to my students, if I cannot connect to my co-workers, if I cannot connect to my spouse and my children, that means I'm going to be looking for the connection problem inside. Where am I lacking? Am I demanding too much from them? Am I demanding too much from this relation? Am I demanding for them to be my parent instead of being my wife? Am I demanding my child to be my provider instead of me being the provider for him? A lot of parents, we had a hard time, they had a hard time in their career. And then the kids grow up and they have a better career and they have money, and now suddenly parents go and borrow money from their kids. Look, it's possible. I'm not saying it's wrong. The only thing is, if you make this a habit, what happens is now suddenly the roles are reversed. The roles are reversed, and now the parent feels like, okay, I need to I need to look up to my kid for taking care of me, or the kids fall in this role that, okay, I need to provide for my father, I need to provide for my mother. Yes, at sometimes you might think, okay, yes, when they grow up, you want to take care of them. There's something else. But if they are fully capable of doing what they need to do in life and progress in life, and they're depending on you as a child, the roles are reversed. And that's when problems come. You can have and you can sustain the relationship for a long time. For a long time, you can stand in the wrong role for a long time. Parents becoming kids, and kids acting like their parents. Husband put on the skirt of the wife. Walking in her role, and the other way around. Those relationships, they can sustain for a little while, but then problems will start, because everything that is in disbalance has to be shaken to come back into balance, right? So, going back to connections, and we're still talking about connections. Connection that I want to talk today about is, first of all, connecting with yourself. If you find yourself in a relationship where you feel like there's a connection problem, I cannot connect with these people around me, that means go look at yourself. Where am I lacking? What can I change? What can be transformed in my life so I can bring that also to the relationships all around me? All right? Connection problems, yes, find it first with yourself. And if you are centered, if you are connected with yourself, if you know who you are, if you know which role you are walking in at that particular moment, because we have different roles that we can fill, just like the examples that I just gave. If you know which role you are walking in at that time, if you know what it's expecting from you, but also what you expect from that situation right there, then all connection problems can be solved just like that. But you gotta come to a place that you know who you are. So if you don't know yet how to do that, if you don't know yet what you have to do, find out. Find out. I'll give you tips like, okay, meditate. I'll give you tips like, find a coach. Find a coach. I'll give you tips like read books that talk about personal development, books that about personal growth. I'm reading right now High Performance Habits by Brandon Burchard, or Brandon Burchard, however you want to pronounce it. Great book that talks how you can become a high performer in whatever area you are. But as you become a high performer, you get to know yourself also. So it's very important to come to a place that you say, okay, you know what? I see connection problems, and if I have connection problems with different people, maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. If I always have connection problems with my parents, or maybe if it is one parent, maybe still I can do something. Maybe I can take the responsibility and put it in my corner and says, what can I still do? I know I did a lot of things. I know I've been, submitting myself. I'm just shutting up my mouth, but what else can I do? Because if I keep asking what else can I do, then I still have the power to change it. But if I put it in the hands of somebody else, you will be waiting for the rest of your life, and it's never going to change. All right? So I just wanted to leave you with that right now. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful, wonderful week. Today is Monday. I'm going to be uploading this video later on. And hey, let's start making connections this month. Find a way to make more connections with somebody else, with some other people this month, so you can actually enjoy and experience life even more. You don't have to look life only through your eyes, only through your set of eyes. You can also look through life through the set of eyes of somebody else, by making connection with them and let them share who they are, what they experience, and you can share what you who you are and what you experience, and we can all make this world a little bit better. All right? So y'all be blessed. Have a wonderful time. Have a wonderful day. Till next time, your boy Ulrich Jacinta, your identity coach, here to empower you to become the best version of yourself. Peace. Let's go. Hi.